Hi everyone, welcome back to Sun's Arts. If you're new, welcome to the family. Today's video will all be featuring the month of May. So any animal, flower, things, zodiac signs. So I'm going to do some of this. So let's move on to DIY number 1. For this, I'm taking this wooden block that I got from Dollar Tree. They come 3 in a pack, and I'm taking a couple of paints, which is like emerald green, and emerald is one of the gemstone for the May month, so I wanted to paint everything in emerald green, and I'm mixing with this white acrylic paint to get that nice light green tone that I'm actually going for. And I'm just mixing it with my paintbrush. And by the way, I'm shooting this in New York in my daughter's place because I don't have all the supplies, so video might not be that great, guys. Please pardon me for that. So I'm going with one coat, and this is actually giving the nice color I wanted. And after it is dried, I'm going to decorate this with this wooden letters that I also got from Dollar Tree over here. And I couldn't get all in black, so I got 2 in black and 1 in white background. So I'm going with May. So like you saw, I'm just sticking that with a dab of a hot glue, and I'm also going to join all these 3 together to make it look like it's a May month, something to represent the May. So this is one of it, and I'm so happy how this green paint and those letters have turned out, and it's so perfect for this project, I believe. And I attached one of this cute bow on top, burlap bow, to finish the look. And so what do you think? Please let me know your thoughts. This video would be part of What Month Is It playlist, and this is hosted by Tami over the Happiness Creator and co-hosted by MB over MB Gray Designs and myself, Sun's Arts. And the guest host would be Lisa over Lisa Mary Crafting Best Life with Lisa Mary. And I'm going to leave the links of all these amazing creators in my description box, and the link to the playlist as well. Please be sure to visit the YouTube channels of these creative ladies as well as the huge playlist. So let's move on to DIY number 2. For this DIY, I'm actually going to use one of the shadow box that I got during fall season, and I'm going to use for this one. And I'm just pulling off the center sign, and I'm also taking off those cushion, and I'm going to use the background as this floral the gift wrap paper, and I'm going to cut exactly the square, and I attach this with a dab of a Mod Podge all over it. And now I'm going to attach this sponges back to give nice elevation using dab of a hot glue. And after I attach that, I am going to use one of this cardboard, and I actually drew a butterfly there. Somehow I missed that the piece of video. So I'm going to cut that, and I'm also using 2 of these cards stock that came in one of the packaging, and I'm attaching on top of each other to give like a nice thickness that I'm going for using dab of a hot glue. Now I am going to attach this butterfly on top of it. That's the idea actually. So for this butterfly, I'm going to paint with a black background because I'm going with the red admiral butterfly, that is the May month's butterfly. So I just took like a black chalk paint, gave like a black background to it, and now I'm mixing this pink and emerald green and the black paint to get like a nice magenta. I'm actually going for orange, but I couldn't get an orange paint around, so I just mixed all these 3 colors. So I got like somewhat close to orange, I believe, but I don't really accept. And yeah, this is how it looks after I painted with white and that mixture of paint. And I'm going to stick this butterfly in the center of the card like that, and I'm also going to border it with this furniture marker, which is in black. And after I just painted it, I also got this white butterflies, and I painted them also with the same design. And I'm just attaching that with a dab of a hot glue on those sponge to decorate this shadow box. with this beautiful butterflies of May month. So what do you think? Not bad, right? So I'm going to finish the look by attaching a bow on the top. So I'm taking this burlap ribbon with lace on top. So I'm creating a cute bow with that, and I'm going to attach it on top of the shadow box just like so. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm just liking it. Only the orange part didn't come out right, but other than that, I'm very happy how this turned out. So you have to let me know what you think as well. On to DIY number 3. For this, I'm going to use one of the ceramic tag sign that I got from Dollar Tree over here, and I'm going to create something that represents the month of May. So I thought I should give like a zodiac sign, and that is like pretty simple. It's just a circle with two things that is like a tentacles thing that pops out. So I just freehand drew that with the green marker, and that doesn't show well if you can really see the design. And I thought of painting it with this emerald green, and before that I just wanted to border it with this furniture marker. I'm just drawing like a dot and a line, like a hyphen, and after that I just bordered that design to show it more brighter, and also filled it with this emerald green in the center. So now at least the design is showing up well. So yeah, this is a simple DIY I wanted to share with you all today. I hope it worked out. It's a zodiac sign Taurus. So yeah, this is one of it. You have to let me know how it turned out. So I quickly grouped together these 3 DIYs, and I also have some more DIYs that I did in the past, so I'm also going to share it after this. So yeah, please enjoy and let me know your thoughts. On to DIY number 4. For this, I'm going to create a lily of the valley, and I just love that beautiful flower. It's like very tiny and very beautiful to look at it. I thought of making it, and it's like fairly very simple, and I can make that with a paper towel. And this is my regular kitchen paper towel. I just measured like a 1 inch, and then I cut into 4 strips of it. Then I got 4 pieces from each strips, or you can do is like fold in half and then another half. That will give like a quarter of each of them. I'm just eyeballing it, so I know exactly where to cut. So I'm going with it. If you want to have an exact measurement, you can always fold it into 4s. And these are the 4 strips that I got. What I'm trying to do is bend in forward and backward motion, just like that. 1 forward and 1 backward, and then this is how it looks. And I'm going to cut the edge in a V shape, so it just gives the flowers the beautiful edge, just like that. And it also looks like a fence, tiny fence to me. So what I'm trying to do is taking a little bit of the glue stick, and I'm trying to stick one edge of the paper to the other edge, just like that. And this would create like a finger cap for me, and I'm just rotating the edge of the finger cap by twisting it, and this would create a tiny flower for me. And I'm just giving like a little bit of a bump here and there, so it gives like a curvy bell shape kind of a flower there. So I'm going to work my way to finish all of this paper towel flowers, and these are my flowers ready. Now I'm going to take one of the napkin which is having this lemon print on it. So I'm taking the border of that, and I'm trying to bend that into a couple of layers, just like that. It's just like a 1 inch piece. It's no measurement necessary, and all I'm trying to do is fold it into several pieces, and then I'm going to tip the yellow part only, and I'm going to make like tiny strips with my detailing scissor, and this would give me like an inner stamens of the flower. Now I'm opening the whole piece. This is how it looks after I just spread open. Now I'm going to rub a little bit of this glue stick on one edge, and I'm going to twist again and trying to fluff it so the stamens look fuller, and this is how it looks. Now my flowers are ready and also the inner stamens are ready. So what I'm trying to do is taking a tiny bit of hot glue to the back of that and trying to insert that into the white flower just like that. So you're going to see how beautiful that flower looks with that stamens in it. So it looks like a real flower to me. Isn't that cute? So now I'm going to work my way to fill all those yellow part into the flowers. So these are my flowers all ready and they're gorgeous, and this is one of the stem and I already used all the flowers from there. So I'm going to stick on each stem of that bush or bouquet and with the hot glue just like that. It looks like natural, and also it looks like the flower bloomed from that particular bunch of flower. This is how I'm going to attach each and every flower, and this is how it looks after it is stuck. Isn't that looking nice? I'm just loving the whole idea of it, so you have to let me know what you think about it. So I also have this wooden box from Dollar Tree, and I'm taking a little bit of antique wax and I'm spreading all over it, and this is how it looks after it is all painted, and I'm going to let it dry. Once it is dried, I'm going to decorate with this my flower bunch, and this is one of the home sign that I got from Dollar General for $1. My wooden box is all dried and ready to be stuck, so now I'm going to attach this to the back of this home sign using a little bit of a hot glue all around it, and this would give me like a cute home planter, and it also gives like a nice view where the home, the bush is growing out from the home. Now I'm taking a couple of these plastic bags and I'm stuffing them, and I'm also going to insert this flower bunch behind the home just like that. So this is how it looks after it is completely done. Isn't that gorgeous? Those tiny flowers and that home, and it looks like as though the flowers are blooming all around the home. So yeah, that's how I look at it. So you have to let me know what you think as well. So let's move on to DIY number 5. And this is one of the Birchwood candle that I actually created from the recycled tin can. And this is one of the tape from Dollar Tree, and there's a brown paint that I'm going to use, and this is the black chalk paint that I'm also going to use. So let's start. So I just took this tape and I'm just attaching it all over this tin can all around it, and I'm just working my way to reach all to the top, and I'll show how it looks after it is completely stuck. So this is how it looks after it is completely stuck. It's supposed to be having little bumps here and there, so to give like a natural look there. So I mixed little bit of white paint and some caulk to give like a natural look to it. So I'm painting all over it, so give like a white shade to it, almost like I would say like beigeish white. It's not exactly bright white. So I'm also going to take this brown paint and I'm going to dry brush it using the sponge all around it, so it's going to cover more on the bumpy area and less on the non-bumpy area. You get the point, right? So to give like a natural wood look there. So, and also I'm going to take this black paint and I'm going to give like dots and patches here and there. That's how the Birchwood looks, some black dots here and there and patches here and there. So that's the look I'm actually going for. So after I dab this black paint, I'm going to let it dry. Once that look is like very satisfactory, the way I wanted to look my Birchwood candle to be, I'm also going to use pencil to draw the lines here and there to just give like a natural look. So you're going to see how this turned out so gorgeous, and I'm so happy how it turned out. See you guys, this is what I was talking about. I'm so happy how this turned out so far. So I'm just stuffing some of these plastic bags to give like a nice depth to it, and this is one of the ribbon spool that I used, and this is actually going to give me the base where I'm going to fill this with the mixture of caulk, spackling and school glue, and I'm going to create this mixture, and I'm going to fill that to the top of the this tin can to give like a nice candle look there. So I'm just going to mix it with of course I have to wear a glove because this is such a messy job, and I took it off camera, the mixing part, and after it is well mixed, I'm going to put that mixture on top of this tin can just like so. So I'm just patting it with my fingers, and after that I also had the tool that you can press it all, surface it well, and I also created a dent in the center using one of the candle votive, aluminum candle votive after I used it. So I just stored it and I'm just pressing it in the center to give like a nice dent, and I left it like that for overnight, and then next morning that would actually create and dry up well to give that nice shape. So I just pulled it out. See how cool that is. So this is how it looks. So it's still not dry completely, so I'm going to let it dry. After it is dried, then I can use this as put the tea light in there and then use it as a candle holder, and this would also look like a Birchwood candle. See, this is how it turned out. I'm so happy how this turned out. So I inserted one of the tea light candle there, and I'm going to show after I light it up, and this would look like a nice evening candle decor, and I'm so happy how this turned out. So yeah, you have to let me know what you also think. And Birchwood is also one of the featured product of me, and I wanted to include this as well. And I'm so happy how all these turned out. So you have to let me know what you think about it, which one is your favorite. I would like to hear from you. And like I always say, thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you again.